Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Sinnizter, Team RG. We in the building. Hope everybody had a good day. Hope everybody feeling good, feeling great, feeling blessed, working hard to be successful. And remember what I always tell y'all: never ever let somebody put a ceiling on your sky, because the reason they doubting you and the reason they knocking you is because they looking at their own ability. So as long as you believe, you can achieve and you can accomplish anything that you want, as long as you keep your mind on the prize. Today, I'm bringing you another episode of the Chronicles of the Struggle, and the struggle is real. Now, I get to sit here with my boy Reggie. Came to orientation. Today's first day of orientation with night transportation, and I want y'all to hear his trials and tribulations that he's going through right now, because I know a lot of y'all sitting home as us being men, and I know a lot of us men don't share our feelings and our emotions because it make us seem like we soft and we weak. But I'm breaking that. I'm breaking that. We breaking that. I'm sitting here with Reggie, and I want y'all to hear his story, his testimony, because I know a lot of y'all, when y'all going through that struggle, you feel like you by yourself. And when you going through that, it's things that you want to do that a woman would never understand. Because when a man money ain't right, our mind is everywhere else in the world. So that's all I got to say about that. But go ahead and introduce yourself. I already threw your name out there. But
my name is Reggie from Albany, Georgia. Came to night orientation today. Been conversing back and forth with Sinnizter for about 2 weeks now.
Right.
Trying to pretty much get my life back together. I've been in and out of trucking for 11 years, and I kind of started off trucking on the wrong foot, getting with bad companies, and
right.
So it kind of discouraged me a little while, so I got out of the industry, working, dead-end jobs, breaking my back, getting paid a little $300, $400 job, pay one bill, broke.
So was that a weekly paycheck?
Weekly paycheck.
Man.
Get paid on Friday.
The struggle is
Friday
real.
night. The struggle is real. But I've been watching YouTube. I just scrolling through YouTube. I listen to other truck driver personalities. Like Trucker Brown and LaShawn Parks.
Right.
Shout out to the YTTA family.
Shout out.
Right, brother.
Yep.
I just want to say I want to thank y'all brothers for doing what y'all do, because y'all don't have to do it. If y'all care enough about people to share y'all experiences and try to help other people, come up. And I really just want to say I appreciate y'all for that. And like I was telling Sinnizter, I'm 40 years old now, and it just feel like life just been beat me down. And I've been married twice, divorced twice, and it's just like I just been getting beat down. Leaving my parents' house, I got to come back, getting ridiculed, looked upon as a failure, and
right.
I got CDLs. So I was talking to a guy, he's like, man, you got CDLs in your pocket, you working these dead-end jobs, man. He said, you got a golden ticket in your pocket. So I thought about it, and then I started watching the YouTube videos, and it was like that was God's direction for me to get back into trucking. So I was like, I hit up Sin, started researching some of the companies, and figured I'd try night out, and I'm here.
Yep.
I've been down, like I was telling Sin a situation with my girlfriend now. I thank God for, sending me a good lady, stand behind me, because she's had a birthday this past Saturday, and being a man, struggling, not having a job, that I couldn't even do nothing for a birthday. As a man, that make you feel away. And she just tell you, baby, it's gonna be alright when you get your job. I already know you're gonna do for the family, and we gonna be alright.
Right.
Well, a lot of women would have said, man, bump you, man. You can't do nothing for me. I'm out the door.
Right.
But she didn't do that.
Right. When there's a lot of dudes out here with the flashy,
Right.
everybody's, everybody out here, everybody flashing. Somebody got their car, but let me run that back to all of y'all sitting home, just in case y'all did not catch it. Saturday was his lady's birthday. No money to take her out. No money to buy her flowers, right?
Nothing.
The struggle is real.
So I got back in the truck and to better myself and try to better my family. Cause I told her this will never happen again. I made her promise. Whether, you know, God forbid anything happen where we split up, which I'm not, you know, we're not saying, you know, we will or anything, but you never know, you know.
Right.
But I said this will never happen again, ever. But you know, like you said, the struggle is real, man.
What is some of the losses that you took from, you know, being in the trucking industry and working for those with smaller companies, right?
Right.
Working for smaller companies, and then you're not getting the money you deserve. They not paying you the way you should have been getting paid. They jerking you around to going to a dead-end job. You know, what was some of the losses you took?
I mean, I got back into trucking, you know, got with a little small company. I ain't gonna put the company out there, but you know, first, you know, he wanted to get my truck, and I had a family member, you know, work for the company, so he brought me in, and we was gonna team the truck. So
right.
He said he was gonna give us 50 cents a mile for team the truck. Come to find out, he was paying us 25 cents a mile. So, in other words, he was raping us to, you know, team the truck.
So wait, so the 25 cent was split?
Split. Well, he initially told he was gonna pay us
make 50 cents.
50 cents each.
The struggle is real, y'all.
I mean, riding all across the country. I mean, doing all that riding and only
running hard.
$178 after doing all that riding. I mean, you talking about being used without the grease. I mean,
wow.
I told the man, you know, he could just come get his truck. I said, I can't do this. I said, you know, but like I said, that's the enemy plan for me not to come up. Anytime I feel like I try to better myself and I take 2 steps forward, I get knocked back down.
Yeah.
Just like even yesterday, coming here to orientation.
Ooh.
I was on the Greyhound. Greyhound almost rolled over. Coming here to, you know, we could have had a bad accident. Bus almost rolled over. Try to prevent me from coming to orientation. But it was God's plan for me to get here.
Right.
So.
Today, when I said in the van, I said, yo, what we eating? You was like, man, what you said?
Pop.
$8.
I got $8 to my name.
Yup.
And I got to stretch it. I come to orientation, you know, looking for a job, broke.
So, on Greyhound, from Atlanta, Georgia, to Memphis, what you had total in cash?
I had $20.
Down to $8.
Down to $8.
The struggle is real.
And I had to borrow that from my father.
Oh, how does that make you feel?
And my father disabled.
Yo, all of y'all sitting home, I'm bringing y'all these stories because I want y'all to know what we dealing with as men in society. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what nationality you are. I don't care from what country you from. The struggle is real across the board. Everybody got different struggles. You hear it from my boy Reggie telling you. Yo, you have to go ask Pops. 40 years old and you still got to go ask Pops. Thank God Pops is still around. Shout out to Pops. But us as men, that don't even make us feel like that.
Right. Make you feel like it's just low. I mean, a lot of men won't get on here and tell their story because, you know, they pride. You know, but like the Bible says, pride goes before destruction. I mean, there's a lot of people feel like we feel, but they're scared to speak up. Your testimony will help somebody else come up. So I'm telling the driver sitting at home wondering whether they should get in trucking. Go to school. Put in the 8 weeks or how long the course is. Get your CDLs.
Yeah.
Try to better yourself and your family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found out the hard way. I've been through some, you know, trials and tribulations in trucking. I got discouraged, but you know, God brought me back with the help of these guys on doing this. Like I told Sin, he don't have to do this. Trucker Brown don't have to do this. LoShawn don't have to do this. But they put in time and effort to try to help people. And like I told him, I appreciate that. you know, investing in people like that. And see, God gonna bless them for
Right.
that, you know.
Right.
You know, so like I said, it's a lot of people out here. I'm not the only one. It's millions of men around this country.
I'm getting your story. You come in the truck and you see me, I want the story. We gotta help each other. That's what it's about. Inspiring and motivating and helping each other. All right, he said, man, I popped, I got $8 for my name. I said, yo, don't even worry about it. First time I met him, we spoke on the phone, but this morning was the first time I actually met him. But I told him, I said, yo, don't worry about it, I got you. He's like, all right, cool. Then, when I said in the restaurant, it was a group of us from night that was in orientation with me. And I said, yo, listen, I told him and my boy Jonathan that's going to be in the next part of the video. I said, don't y'all be getting cheap on me. Y'all go ahead and eat and don't worry about it. I got you. And I'm going to tell you more about the food situation in the next video. But I couldn't sit here and let Reggie not eat. Sorry. This is my purpose. This is what God gave me this blessing for. And like I said, I don't want to be the only one successful. And the reason I asked him to do this video is because a year from now, when he go back and look at this video, he gonna be like, yo, the struggle was real. And he never know how his story can inspire y'all. And that's what I want. I don't want it to always be about Sinnizter. I want it to be about everybody. Because that's what it's supposed to be about. We all supposed to come together and be united. Good hashtag. United.
United.
So
we all need to come together, man.
Any cars? How, you know, what's the living conditions like right now?
I mean, back in 2014, I got sick. Doctor told my mother, make funeral arrangements. My blood pressure was dropping.
Wow.
I had like a little cyst kind of rising in my leg and them shooting poison through my body.
Wow.
But God brought me through that. Lost my job, had my vehicle taken away from me through repo. I mean, I was back at ground zero. You're like, every time I take 2 steps forward, like I get 5 steps back. And I'm just tired of living like that. I got CDLs in my pocket, they just dormant. Been had them since 2005. So.
And you've been in the trucking. You've been in trucking. You just been with companies that just did not appreciate the work ethic that you have. You haven't found that home for you.
Yeah, they just know you by name. They don't try to get you know you on no kind of personal level. They don't try to get to. They don't even know your name. They just know you by your truck number. I understand it's a business, but still, you know, you want to feel like you matter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't expect nobody to hold your hand and pet you and all that type of stuff. But still, you want to feel like you want it.
Yeah. Not work somewhere where you feel like you're expendable.
Yeah. And you know they're gonna beat you out your money. They don't care how you and your family living. They don't care, they just want to take and rape, rape and rob you, and rape you for your services. I mean, like I say, that discouraged me out of trucking early.
Right.
I come out of school, get with these type of companies, and it just discouraged me. I just said, man, forget it. I don't even want to drive trucks.
Mm-hmm.
But listening to the trucker brand, like shout out to a trucker named Jay too. I haven't forgot you too, brother. I thank you too.
Yep.
Listening to y'all guys, man, they put a fire back up on them and want to drive again. And like I say, to my fiance,
yep.
I appreciate you standing by me. I love you. I thank you for everything you're doing for me. I thank you for everything you've done for me. And we on the come up.
Yep.
And I thank brothers like Sin, for reaching out to me.
I got you.
And,
I got your back, homie. You ain't got nothing to worry about being here.
He shared his story with me. I watched his videos, and I just felt like I wasn't by myself. Yeah. There's other men out there willing to put their story out there and say, I've been through this. I know where you at, brother. I feel you.
Yep.
I mean, there's other drivers gonna watch this video like, I know where you at, brother. I know where you been. But we as men keep things bottled up.
Yep.
And keep things inside, and it just killing us on this inside.
Exactly.
But one day, your testimony might help somebody else come up and come out.
True
I mean,
story.
so-
Anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
No, that's about it. All I can think of right now. But
Appreciate it.
this ain't the last time y'all hear from Reggie Roberts. I'm on the come up.
That's right.
Team RG3, Ruthless Grinders, all the way.
All right, y'all. Before I go, y'all already know. Thumbs up the video, share the video, leave your comments down below. If you want to come tonight, you can do your application at www.drivenight.com. My driver code is down below. Reggie haven't got his driver code yet. And when he get it, I'm going to put it in the description box. So be sure to put my boy Reggie down. You ain't got to put me down. I'm not worrying about that. So just remember what he said. Go for your goals. Go for your dreams. Don't be scared. You ain't the only one. You're not by yourself. If you need to talk, reach out to me. Because he reached out to me on email. Then he found me on Facebook. And he instant messaged me and was like, man, hit me. I need to talk to you on a personal note. And man, one day I was driving. I'm like, man, let me surprise him. I tried to disguise my voice. He's like, Sin. I'm like, damn, you ain't supposed to know it was me. So,
I can tell that New York accent because I'm actually born and raised in North New Jersey. So I knew that up
Jersey.
north.
Shout out to Jersey.
I knew that up north, even though I've been in the South for like 26 years now. But I was born and raised North New Jersey. Shout out to East Orange, New Jersey.
Right.
You know, but even though I've been in the South a little while, I recognize his
the accent.
The accent.
But
so.
you know what? We got shout out to Natasha in Memphis for helping you out.
Thank you, Natasha, for everything you're doing for me. I really appreciate you.
Yep. So, but y'all already know. Thumbs up the video, subscribe, and I hope to see y'all out here. Even if you don't want to be a trucker, if you want to be a doctor, you want to be a nurse, go for it. Get out of them dead-end jobs. They ain't helping you. You're wasting time. You can accomplish whatever you want, and you got to put in the work. If you put in half the work, you're going to get half the result. If you don't put in no work, you don't get nothing in return.
Right.
What you do today is what creates your life tomorrow. And this your boy Sinnizter, my boy Reggie, Team RG in the building. And guess what? The struggle is real.